Um, what I actually wanted to do was make a rainy day podcast. Just something to for me to listen back to while playing WoW or something, you know. I thought we could make a podcast, give it a bit of, I don't know, give it a bit of a vibe, you know, like a rainy day vibe. If people want to wrap up in a duvet with a hot drink and listen to us ramble on for hours about total nonsense. Is on? Testing, 1, 2.
Hello?
Hello, Xander.
Hello, Xoctis.
I was going to ask, what do you do on rainy days when it's, you know, completely pissing it down outside?
Well, I stay inside and play video games, the same as when it's a sunny day out, because I'm a lonely, inverted, unsocial monster, and I need to fix that. I need to buy a bike and go out riding in the rain and stuff. Oh, I don't know. There you go. That's my.
Thank you. I mean, that's perfect. I mean, if I want to listen to this back whilst playing WoW, it's good to know that it's basically the same as what we always do on a rainy day. We just play WoW.
We can't go out to play, so we have to find a virtual world to play in. And we're like, please, I am being social, I swear. Sorry, I'm wetting my nose whilst talking, that's not very good. I'm already in the shower, that's not a good idea.
Your background noise does sound like you're in the shower. Although it also sounds like you're out in the rain, which is quite appropriate for this podcast, actually. But I think, we should come up with a new activity for us to do during rainy days. I've been thinking, maybe we could have really comfortable padded chairs in front of a fireplace. With bookcases around and pipes.
A lovely chess set. Oh yeah, pipes to smoke the dope, because that's what we need to do when it's rainy.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lovely chess set, so we can play chess, or rather try and figure out the rules of chess. It'll probably end up with someone peeing over the chessboard and going, I think this is how you do it. And then we look up the rule book and it says, no, peeing on the chessboard isn't a rule in chess. And we're like, piss. And then the comedy drums play.
Yeah, I think this is it's what our new rainy day activity should be, I think. Although
a bean bag and a bong. We wouldn't have anything to put in the bong, so we'd just have to play pretend with it. And have to pretend what it would be like to be high, because we're actually poor, because we spend all the money on encyclopedias to fill our bookshelves, and we don't know what any of them are, and they've got big words.
Well, I was thinking more of, that's great. But, I suppose we could use, the bong to boil water for our hot drinks that we're going to have.
Because
it's a rainy day, we're going to need hot drinks. We could wear...
we can have one of those nice coffee grinder things, and we can manually grind the coffee, and then pour it into the bong, and then that can be our coffee kettle. I mean, we could smoke the coffee, but I'm not too sure how that would go down.
We can wear smoking jackets.
We'd just be naked. We'd become a nudist rainy day place.
Well, I hope not, because you'll be sitting in front of me.
That's what it makes it funny, because there's no bloody point for it to be a nudist at all. So I've just thought, we'll just add that instead.
You'll be sitting in front of me with one leg crossed over the other, but then sometimes you have to change to cross the other leg over.
How's your day, Xoctis? Change his leg position. Oh, this
becomes completely
leather
blown.
beanbag is sure sticking to my arse.
Why are you in a beanbag? I thought we were having comfortable chairs.
Oh, we had to save money for the encyclopedias to fill our bookshelf, so I'm in a beanbag now. I hope you didn't hear that alert. Okay, I'll put on some shorts at least and just lounge out. I mean, I think we've got two completely different ideas for this rainy day room. So I think I shouldn't fuck around with the reality and just...
Rainy day room. Is this gonna be
Rainy
like
day
our
room.
Is this gonna be like a panic room, but it's our rainy day room?
Well, that's the anxiety overload room, in which case we would have our two separate rooms because we'd probably be too anxious to actually talk to each other. But they'll be next to each other,
True.
and they'd have a computer in each room, and then we can just chat over Mumble, which is probably what we're doing right now. I can probably just get up from my seat right now and go
Mumble.
Mumble. I don't know what Ventrilo, whatever.
Yeah, no, I think I think it sounds like a good idea.
It does. I like the sound of it.
Have you seen
So-
that there's an Adventure Quest? Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you keep going. I was just going to talk about a rainy day room again, but
Yeah, room,
that's really
because
a point.
I'm really intrigued by it. And I was just gonna say, have you seen that there's now an Adventure Quest 3D?
Adventure Quest 3D.
Yeah, it's an MMO. You know, Adventure Quest was like a 2D MMO.
Oh, not Adventure
Yeah,
Quest.
from
that
2003.
that brings back memories of when I didn't have any friends. That's sad. I definitely won't be playing
it's-
that.
I've seen footage of it. It's I kind of wanted to give it a go for just to piss around with, but I'm not sure.
They did a mecha version, and I sort of played that for a while because I wanted the werewolf mechas because they were like werewolves that worked at the Rusty Spork or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Because sporks replace forks and spoons because they're efficiently the same thing.
Yeah, and you've got to have like the knife blade on the edge of the sport,
Yeah.
so then it's 3 in 1.
Well, if you want, but I don't think they got that far into the future. I think that's the next game they're bringing out, where you're just in a
Is that the
virtual
expansion
reality.
DLC?
Yeah, virtual reality spork knife.
But what I was going to say is that it's an awful name. If you're going to make... It's like, okay, for example, we had Warcraft, and then they made an MMO, it's the World of Warcraft. It's like, wow, it's a whole world to it now. So they take Adventure Quest and have the MMO as Adventure Quest 3D. And what an awful
Well
name
done.
for your MMO.
Well done. You really thought that through.
They finally made a 3D environment version, much like EverQuest and World of Warcraft, and they call it Adventure Quest 3D. It's terrible.
It's very terrible. Very terrible.
Going back to the rainy day thing as well. So yeah, sorry, I keep cutting you off with everything. We keep trying to carry on the
No, that's
conversation.
fine. I only talk bullshit, so I guess that's for the greater good.
That's cool. I want to know what else we were going to put in there.
Of course, we'd have a big TV with movies we won't be
it's a
able to
must-have.
decide how to watch, so they just sit there, and we're like, oops.
Well, no, we'll be watching Shrek or something, won't we?
Yeah, definitely all the classics. Maybe a ceiling fan on the floor, because it will have too high a ceiling to actually install it.
Well, I'm picturing it like a manor, sort of, for an old,
Yeah,
big
that's
house.
how I'm imagining it.
It's nice to hear you in the shower again. How's it going in there?
It's okay, just staying What clean
Your audio
stuff?
sounds awful. Are you wearing a shower cap?
Yeah, I am. I've got to protect the pink hair from draining and making the water pink.
I keep forgetting you've dyed your hair, so I keep imagining that you still got like your natural hair colour. Yeah, so what have you got there in the shower? Have you got your soap, your flannel, your shower cap?
I've got my rubby ducky, which is a bit pointless because there's no water buoyancy for it to float upon.
It just sits at the bottom of the shower.
It just slowly trails to the bottom, and then sometimes plugs it up, and then when it has a moment of floating above, then it's not plugging in the water, and then it just sinks to the bottom, and then all the water escapes. Sometimes I like to have a shaft, which is a shower bath, where you plug the water in, but you just have a shower anyway, and you end up with a little bit of water to have a little soak in. But the idea is to
something else.
Something to, wash yourself. Well, you can have that as well, but it gets a bit lonely. And when you have shafts, you're normally a lonely person.
Oh, I see.
The lonely life of a shaft. You have to do that as well at some point during your shaft.
Shaft.
Not to be confused with sharding. That's completely different. Fuck up.
That's probably something else. So do you have like a normal tub? Oh, I suppose you have just explained that you have a bath shower.
Yeah, we have a bath.
I was going to ask if you have a walk-in or a bath shower, and yeah, you've already pointed that out. So
bath.
You don't even have a shower head.
We have a pretty. Yeah. Just put it on, and then I put the spring. Well, no, we have a watering can actually, and I just fill it up and then tip it down, and then I have to refill it.
So you have to reuse the same water that's in the bath. You have to plug up the bath and use the water, and so you're re-washing yourself with all that dirty water.
Well, the idea with a shaft is to do it so you don't have your dirty washed-in water. It's a very tricky process, and it's hard to get right.
So how do you keep refilling the watering can? I thought you had to keep scooping up and using the water you were sitting in.
We use the second bath specifically just for that purpose.
Oh, I see. Unless you have like a system that's a bit like that, what's it called, the life straw, where you can drink from puddles and it filters out all the shit and makes it like drinking water. Only showering water.
Yeah, which could be any fucking water, because let's be honest, it's water.
It's true.
As long as it's not, bile-infested, or what is it? Algomite?
What?
Algae, there we go.
Algae?
Algae. Yeah, I remembered that because of the Keeping Mum episode, and they threw the bodies in the algae water. But then they had to clean the pond because there was algae in the pond, and then they just killed more people, I assume, or they didn't. Who knows?
And then also, when you're in the shower, you have to scrub the barnacles.
You do. You have to give them a vigorous scrub to get them off.
A good old scrubbing.
No, but sometimes there's little fishies there to do some of the cleaning up for you, and then you protect them because you're the bigger fish. Which is a bit sad, because sometimes you want to be the smaller fish. It's a bit like a game of Spoon, only a fish.
But this can only be if you're using the bath, because if you're just having a shower, I suppose the fish can't actually,
unless you're planning to be the bear in that relationship, and the shower is a waterfall, and then you just open your mouth and you catch the fish as they swim up or downstream, whatever the fish are doing at the moment. But then you're the big bear again. You can't be the small bear, because small bear can't catch fish.
That's true. I'm just imagining these fish like swimming up the stream of the shower head.
That's some powerful ass fish right there. Also, I've donned my bear costume to get into the shower with, which is probably defeating the purpose of getting clean because it's all sweaty and musky and then it's going to get flooded. And then I've got a wet suit, bear suit to dry. Just it all gets really problematic, so I just don't bother showering. I just sit there, and become grimy. I become the Blob from the movie The Blob. Not to be mistaken with Stephen Fry's version of The Blob.
What was that?
Well, Stephen Fry played the Blob in the movie The Blob, I think, and went round telling people facts and trivia, and then they drooled out of boredom. He'd basically find people and tell people facts that they were bored with, so he'd find the person who thought fishing was boring and tell all the fish facts to that person, and then that person would drool, and then he'd absorb that drool and become a bigger blob. I think it was...
Christ.
Yeah. But they defeated Stephen Fry because everyone decided not to be an arsehole and just listen and be human beings, and then Stephen Fry was restored to a human being, and that's sort of the connectivity of the human life, really. We have to listen, we have to learn, we have to help each other grow and reduce each other to blobs. Not blobs, sorry.
He's a very smart man.
It was a deep movie. Alan was in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do much, he was just a worker. It was like a little gag. It's like, haha, it's from that guy who does the house improvements, and he's doing house improvements. And they did the comic scene where he just turns around and goes, "What?" And yeah, that was a good little cameo right there.
Oh man. This sounds great. So Stephen Fry and Tim Allen are in The Blob. And Stephen Fry teaches Tim Allen that fishing is great. How is this not like one... How many awards does this movie win?
List 27.
27?
27, yes, I can read them all off to you if you like.
Okay.
Best Stephen Fry costume as a blob. They used styrofoam and bubble wrap. It had a really good effect.
Wow.
Yep. Best Tim Allen award, which is a popular one. Lots of people sign up for that one. Tim Allen always wins it though, which is a bit of a cop. We think there's a bit of an industrialization. Best arrangement of flower pots. It won that award. That's a new one, to be honest. It's only been about 2 years around. The first movie awarded was I think it was Lord of the Rings, actually. There's some good flower pots in that movie. Yeah. The fourth award they won was the best shaven armpit award. I mean, you've got to take care of your grooming methods. That's pretty good. The fifth award was best care over animals and driving safety, because they had a scene where they were escaping the blob and Stephen Fry's fax was running, and he was like, "Wait, no, I have so much to tell you about ant farms," and they're like, "Kick it faster, faster," and they drove away, but the guy had already lost his arms. It's a bit of like a rom-com shooter bromance movie, but anyway, had to teach the dog to drive the car, which is possible with planes, so they did that, so that was a good award they won. The sixth award was a tonsil awareness. Like, they had a little tonsil speech, and that actually reached someone who wasn't aware of what tonsils were. So after knowing they had tonsils, something medical science, and that was a great aid to charity. The seventh one was the most product placements, so they just did every sweet possible in from the last 20 years, which has now become too expensive and everyone hates because they're expensive. So 5p Froggo chocolate bars, they were about £1, and I think after Brexit they're now going to be about 250 quid. So I think a lot of people are really fucking angry, though that's fluctuating now because apparently pound's bouncing back, so they'll be about, I think, about 5 quid. So not as it used to. The 8th award, which is quite a deep one because it was the best Stephen Fry romance, because the female kind of develops feelings for Stephen Fry, but it was kind of like a kinky thing because she liked him when he was a blob, but then he was restored and it was like, it's not going to work out. And then Stephen Fry, but I can tell you facts about Snot, that's kind of blobby, and she's like, it's not the same. So that was a very well-deserved award.
Okay, I think it's time to take an interval. I shall be back in a moment.
The what award was that? I've forgotten.
I think that was number 8.
Okay.
But I think I lost count ages ago anyway.
I can keep going if you want. They're all 27 awards of Stephen Fry's The Blob. It was great. It was great. It was.
Let's see if we can get there. So that was number 8, even though I think it's been more than 8 actually, because I think you might stop counting them. But I think we should try and get up to it. So, good. I mean, I'm on the edge of my seat here. Goodness. 9 next.
Okay. 9 was the best Hand in the Sand award.
I'm sorry, what?
Hand in the Sand. Basically, someone buried their hand in the sand as Stephen Fry approached to talk about sandcastles, and it won. It won that award.
Wow.
It was a good award.
Well, I mean, he's a very smart person, Stephen Fry. So I'm sure he could probably say anything and get an award for it, right?
Yep. The 10th award was the Awareness for Texting award, which is a very, like, they have a phone and on it says, "Oh my god, lol, texting and stuff." What am I doing with my life? Award 11 was the best milk carton on your face award. Because someone had a milk carton on their face. And someone thought that was deserving of an award, so let's spend money on a big gold statue of a milk carton on someone's face. And we'll give it to that guy. And he's now doing quite well. He's moved to the street where all the celebrities live, and he's now called as Milk Carton Face. Fame is a fickle mistress.
Oh goodness.
Oh god, we're on 12 now, aren't we?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. The 12th award was the Raisin Award, which is not to be confused with the Prune Juice Award, where you make a joke about drinking prune juice and then like a fart happens and an explosion happens. No, it's just simply to do with raisins, that there were raisins in the movie, and it's not really a used fruit, so raisin awareness is pretty good. So they're awarded him for acknowledging raisins, and it's true. There is a bit of raisinists, like racist raisins and all that. So it's good to see raisins in movie, especially as actors, and role models.
Are they like the California raisins?
Oh no, they're just raisins. But the Californian raisins were the runners up in that game, in that award thingy.
The grapevine.
I'm on the 14th award now, aren't I?
Was that?
The 14th award for Stephen Fry's The Blob is the Drinking the Water in Mexico award. Because you can't drink water in Mexico. Apparently, it's against the law. But someone did it, so good for them. The 15th award was the Blank Screen Award, because I don't know if you know this or not, but 25 of the movie is in fact cut out. It's just a black screen, and it confuses some viewers, but it does have a very artistic, deep meaning, and people have looked into that and they find that a very, although risky, because people don't understand why a screen would be blank for about 25% of the movie, but it really hones in a message, and that's so. It's a bit of an arty-farty award, but the Blank Screen Award is definitely one more movies are trying to go.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm one of those people personally where if I ever watch a movie that I know's got an extended edition, much like Lord of the Rings, I will have to watch it. I have to watch the entirety of the movie. So that'd be good for people like me.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy some movies. They're trying to extend the Lord of the Rings movie, so by putting at least 5 of those in. So I think that'd be great bonus content, because you do like watching the extended Lord of the Rings, so that extra 25% of blank screen's really going to add buck to your bollocks. Whatever the saying is, I don't know. The oh god, what 16? The 16th award, isn't it?
Sure.
The 16th award is the Have One More award.
Why did you say 27?
No, I didn't. I said 16. Yeah.
No, I mean, why did you say 27 awards?
Because
this is insane.
No, it isn't. A movie can be very, very successful, and they've earned all these awards, and we should respect them for that. It's not every day that a movie starred by Stephen Fry and Alan Titmunch, or whatever his name was, get 27 awards. The gardener, Alan Titmunch, he was in it as well. He was like, oh no, there's a blob here and he's going to mess with my begonias, I better run away, or something like that. That's the actual line, because because it's a bit of a, one of those movies. Doesn't take itself seriously and adds to the... Alan Titmunch. They couldn't get the real Titmarsh. So they had to get Titmunch. He's a bit of a pedo, but...
Is this like the porn version?
Hello, can I munch on your Magolia?
So 17.
So 17. The 18th award was Grandma's Dumplings Award. Do you want me to explain this?
Sure. I mean, we've got 9 awards to go.
Grandma cooked some dumplings at the movie, and they were actually very delicious. So they couldn't afford the money because they're making all these new awards. It's just absolutely stupid. So they just put a dumpling on top of the pool and went, there you go. And then they had a big ceremony, and millions of people went to visit. It was good. It was a good day for dumpling lovers. Yeah, Grandma's Dumplings Award for all movies.
I can't even remember what number we're on next. What was it? Are we on 20 now?
Eight, yeah. Um, the 20th awards was the aberration and awareness of silly little science experiments in the school, because Stephen Fry was talking about this. So it's like kids aren't being very well educated, so they made an awareness for why kids were making stupid little science things like, will there be minorities in heaven, or I hate my fucking braces, and all that sort of shit. It's quite stupid. So.
Oh wow, goodness. That's quite an awareness.
The 21st, gripping at straws here, gripping at straws, the 21st award.
Can you not
here.
Google this? Can you not bring up the list?
No, I'm doing it on my
it?
own. What do you think I've been doing? What do you think? I've been scrolling through. Help me, Google.
Oh, I see.
The 21st. The 21st award was the award for the homemade electrical vagina, because they had to use one because they couldn't use a real one because of feminism. Okay, and so they made one, and it's like, wow, that deserves an award, a movie award, and they gave it to.
Yeah.
And 22nd award was foot fetishes. The foot fetish award. They just like the movie, and somehow
what happened in the movie that got?
Surprisingly, there were no feet in the movie. People just got turned on by it, and they related it to foot fetishes. Like,
oh, I see.
Because it's a known fact that Stephen Fry doesn't have any feet, and that's why he's always behind a desk when he goes to places.
Like when he does QI. He never leaves the desk. You never see Stephen Fry leave the desk in QI.
You never see his feet because he doesn't have any. I'm just gonna have a meltdown. The 22nd award.
We were on the 23rd. Yeah. Well, I've just googled it myself, right?
Okay.
And it says here that the 24th award.
The 23rd.
No, well, I'm skipping the 23rd. The 24th award is apparently is the Feeding Marshmallows to the Alligators award.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm glad you looked this up with me, and we're all looking at the same page and not just random Google pages. I'm glad we've put this together. I do know what the 24th award is.
That was the 24th. Oh,
no,
maybe that was that 23rd.
Oh no, the 25th. My apologies. The 25th award is the not having a 23rd award. There we go. That's a nice easy one. Yes.
All right.
Yes. We did it.
I've said that I've said that the 26th award is the oops, I did it again award. So can you please explain that to me? Could you please explain that?
in the movie, the main character, after seeing Stephen Fry as the Blob, shits himself and goes, "Oh, I will definitely not do that again." And then at the very end, when the Blob has been confronted... Oh, sorry, I'm drying my hair now in the shower as well, don't mind me. Just a bit of safety. And then at the end of the movie...
Why have you got a hairdryer in the shower? Get out of the shower!
Don't know! It's fine. It's not like water conducts electricity or anything. I'll be fine. I've done this several times before. I live in the shower now with Stephen Fry and my bears and my fish. But at the very end of the movie, after they have like the love scene and it's on the silhouette, and he finds the kiss so wonderful that he just shits his pants, and then he turns to the camera and goes, "Oops, I did it again!" And then the credits roll and then they play the famous Miley Cyrus song "Oops, I Did It Again," and it's all James Bond, but they're all hunched over because they've pooed themselves because they've done it again.
I see. Wow, that's 26 then.
Yeah.
So, the last one.
The last award is, tell you what, it's a pretty great one. I'll have you know. I'll have you know it's really good. So I'm just trying to finish drying off my hair, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Because I can't. It's such a good award that I think it would spoil it if I was just drying my hair. So just give me a while to dry my hair. And I'm definitely haven't got my laptop open as well in the shower to type away. I'm doing a bit of ironing as well, or just get everything done whilst you shower. It saves time.
Multitasking. I mean, I was already worried about the hairdryer, but the laptop is, I've already done my worrying for this year.
So the 27th award is for Stephen Fry's The Blob. Are you ready for this? Do you want...
I'm ready.
Could you please do a drum roll for me?
Okay.
The Stinky Shoe Award.
Oh, the Stinky Shoe Award.
Because it's actually a real award involving stinky shoes.
It isn't.
It is. It's the only real award.
Wow.
To do stinky shoes. Along with... sorry, I'm still drying my hair, I lied. That's okay. Along with the Golden Raspberry Award, Oscar's parody for the worst movie. That's good. And the Foot in Mouth Award.
Hang on. Are we going up to 30 awards now?
Well, no, these are just extra awards that they aligned for, but they didn't win. Bless them.
Oh, I see. They were nominated for them. They didn't get them. Oh, okay.
There you go, Stephen Fry. The 27 awards of Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry's The Blob.
Yeah.
Starring Tim Allen and Alan Titmunch, was it?
Titmunch, yes.
Fuck me. Whew, what an award ceremony that must have been.
Yeah, wow.
That was all at one award ceremony.
It took 5 years to get all the awards out, and they couldn't leave the studio, so most of the actors actually died. Which is why there's been so many celebrity deaths this year. But they'll lie to you because it's a conspiracy,
That makes a lot of sense. 2016 has been a year of...
It's a good movie.
I remember seeing on the news that some people tried getting out of the building, but there was like these big security guards with like sort of holding the like these poles and swinging them around, like keeping people back from the doors, like jabbing at people.
Again, was like, wait, where are you going? They're just about to announce the City Putty Award. You've got to stay for that. Spirit and Spunk Award is my favourite award.
I mean, that's great. I mean, I just needed you to kill like 2 seconds, but we've killed about like 45 minutes.
That's good. I do stretch my love, you know.
27 fucking awards.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It was a good movie. I'll bring it over sometime and we can watch
you should
it.
do, yeah. We'll watch
It's
it.
a 7-hour subtitled movie.
Brilliant.